We are not rare. But before you leave, you will perceive the lore will be unlocked. You might be stalked by a Sasquatch or a ghost witch, possibly even a ghost that will boast about knowing the Ohio Grassman or even the Michigan Dogman. Werewolves hunt, poltergeists are up front, but in these backwoods folklore is unlocked.
Welcome back to Folklore Unlocked. I'm Austin, and like always, I'm joined by Ethan.
Yep, hello again, everyone.
And this week we are taking a look at the SCP Foundation and taking a look at some examples of SCPs. And a little description about the SCP Foundation and SCPs is that the Foundation is a fictional secret organization that captures, contains, and studies SCPs that which are odd phenomena, and they keep their existence secret from the world. And it's written by different authors within the same shared universe.
So the Foundation is, of course, not backed by any government and has a scientific institution and a paramilitary intelligence agency. There are 13 members on the board as leaders known as the 05 Council or the Overseers. And SCP stands for Secure, Contain, Protect, which is the motto of the SCP Foundation.
And this is going more in depth on the SCPs themselves. They're supernatural in nature, can be living things, objects, or places, and if remained uncontained, could be a threat to humans or the world as a whole.
So first, we'll look at SCP-055, which is an anomaly that causes people who view it to forget about it existing. The true nature is unknown, and it's indescribable except for what it isn't.
Then SCP-087 is technically two SCPs, which is SCP-087, which is a staircase that appears endless and has no light. And then SCP-087-1 is a disembodied, featureless, flowing face that lives within 087. 087-1 chases anybody that walks down 087.
Now, do we know if the face does anything to people? Like, does it attack people, or is it just creepy?
Well, I'm not sure. I think it just chases people, and the people think it's going to attack.
I mean, that's fair. If I saw a disembodied, featureless floating face inside an endless staircase, I'd definitely run too, so.
I mean, kind of the same as Slender Man, which we covered last week. A featureless face is kind of scary in its own right.
Yeah. So then we have SCP-096, which is a tall, thin humanoid, has intense scophobia, or the fear of being stared at. And the wild hunt... it will hunt and kill anyone who has seen its face in person or from photos or videos. So there's not really any way that you can, like, capture a photo of this thing or show other people because it will hunt and kill anyone who has seen it.
And now we're on to the first ever SCP, which oddly enough is not SCP-001, and the controversy surrounding it. And the first SCP was SCP-173, and it's a humanoid statue made of rebar, concrete, and spray paint. And it's immobile while it's looked at, but if you do so much as blink, it moves towards you at an extremely fast rate of speed. And the initial image that was used for SCP-173 was a sculpture called Untitled 2004 by Izumi Kato and photographed by Keisuke Yamamoto. And this was used up until February 2022, and when they stopped using it for copyright reasons, and people started using images of, authors and what's the word I'm looking for, Ethan? Artist
Okay.
interpretations.
I was gonna say
I was looking for artists there.
Yeah, it does bother me that they didn't just start out with SCP-1, like 001, but I mean, oh well. So then we have SCP-3008, and then 3008-1, and 3008-2. So SCP-3008 is an abandoned IKEA store. The interior is 3008-1, which is an infinite labyrinthine pocket dimension. And then 3008-2 are tall, faceless humanoids wearing IKEA uniforms, which become violent when the lights are off. Which, again, went over that featureless or faceless like things are very creepy. And then already IKEA stores are massive and hard to get out of, but this one is infinite. And you're being, like, I guess if the lights turn off, you're being chased around by faceless humanoids. So that's kind of terrifying.
Extremely terrifying. And there is some pop culture with the SCP Foundation / SCPs. The most famous of which is probably SCP Containment Breach, which is a 2012 video game. And there are numerous other games that revolve around SCPs and SCP Foundation. And Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You is part of SCP-6221, which covers Christmas-related anomalies, and more specifically, it's part of SCP-6221-15, which has her version of the song as the first track of a CD, and the other tracks are reportedly being covers of All I Want for Christmas Is You.
I think it's funny whenever on Twitter, usually someone that has the SCP Foundation like logo and like name usually posts something before Christmas saying that, oh, sorry, we couldn't keep her contained, right before all the music usually starts playing.
Yeah, that's how I found out that All I Want for Christmas Is You was part of the SCP lore scape there. Well, it was because of X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it now. Somebody tweeted, posted on there, and I just thought that was hilarious.
Mm.
And on to our thoughts. I honestly really enjoy reading and listening about SCPs just because it's not just one person writing everything. So it's multiple people, multiple writing styles, multiple perspectives, and obviously I don't think any of these are real. I mean, aside from All I Want for Christmas Is You being real, but I don't think it's an actual SCP here. But
Yeah, the SCPs are all really interesting and entertaining to read about because there's so many, like we said, so many different people talking about them in this nice created shared universe. But I, like most things we talk about on here, don't really think any of them actually exist, except for Mariah Carey's song, like you said. That one's very real and very scary. But
yeah, SCP or not, it's scary as hell.
But there are thousands of SCPs. I mean, you can go online and look up like about any combination of like numbers you want to, up to like I think there's not quite 10,000 yet. So I mean, there's quite a few different ones you can look at.
But with that, I think that's all we've got for this week. Any last words, Ethan?
Just thanks for watching, everyone.
Thanks for watching. If you're on YouTube, leave us a like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're on Spotify, drop us a follow and a comment, and we'll see you next week.
You might wake up beside Spearfinger with an extended visit from Jack the Ripper. But if you're lucky, it'll be an angel on that range hill of Louisiana. You might meet Mary Laveau or the Road. At Folklore Unlocked, Austin and Ethan concoct their theory of the eerie and unexplained around the world, sometimes even the underworld. The lore is locked behind secrets, the folklore is meant to be unlocked. The Sokaloo is haunting NC as well as Tennessee. There are many giants that might be clients of the Dark Watchers, who might have psychokinesis. And the phantom time hypothesis is like a phoenix, coming back around again and again. Though is a strain on your brain if you've got more than 2 brain cells in you. Some believe McCartney's dead because they read into the Mandela effect, which is subject